morning. You can probably tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna sit here and have a bit of a chat with you because I am having a really hard time at the moment trying to make my YouTube videos and just be online at all, really. And it's because my life has changed a lot in the last couple of months. I am on an entirely different path to where I thought I would be this year, and it is definitely not a bad thing. Like, this change is fantastic and it's great, but I've been trying to adjust to it personally, and it's just created this really big disconnect between what's going on in my personal life and, you know, what's happening in my videos. And so I thought it was time to sit down and let you in a little bit and just give you the life update. A life update I didn't think that I would ever really let you in on. It was something that I wanted to always kind of keep separate, but I can't, because, you know, part of my job is sharing what's going on and where my life is headed. And so I gotta sit down and I gotta talk about it today. So I did ask on Instagram and on my YouTube community tab to let me know what it is that you would want me to talk about more, if anyone had any questions. So I think later this afternoon we can answer some more of those questions, but right now I'm gonna go through 3 major things that have kind of shifted for me, and these are related to some of the questions that you've asked. So the first thing, some of you kind of know this already, I have a boyfriend, and that is a really weird thing because I have been alone for so long, and some of you have shared your stories of how you were alone for a really long time and then you met someone and it was an adjustment to having someone in your life. So it's been an adjustment, but I've settled into it far better than I thought I would. Like, I'm very, very comfortable with it, and that's obviously a great thing. So I feel like the first question a lot of people are gonna ask is how we met. I have had that question already, and it's just always so fun to hear about the story. Plus, if I tell you the story, it'll give you some more context as to how I'm here and why everything is the way that it is right now. So we met last year in March. It was March 17th, 2022. It was St. Patrick's Day. And my friend group wanted to go to Duke's Refresher, which is a sports bar down on Front Street here in Toronto. It's a great place. They have like games. There's even like a miniature basketball court and pool table. It's just a really, really fun place. And we go there all the time now. But we decided that that would be the place that we would go and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. He had just moved to Toronto and he grew up with the guys in my friend group, and they invited him out that night to meet everybody. And so essentially he became part of our friend group from that night. And then, you know, for over a year, he and I have been really, really good friends. Then a few months ago, when I get back to Toronto, I was like, I think there's a vibe here. And then the next thing I know, we're not friends anymore. And it was very unexpected. It was unexpected for both of us, but also very unexpected for our friends. The night that I got to tell my friend group was so funny. Nobody was expecting it. Even now when we hang out, which is like once a week, they're like, how did this happen? And I'm like, I don't know, it just did, and now we are here. So very unexpected, but it's amazing, and it's right, you know, like it just makes sense now. So that's, I guess, that first update. I have a boyfriend. Very strange of me to say because I just didn't think that it would happen anytime soon. The next update, which is actually not as unexpected as the first part, which may not make a lot of sense, but we are now in a long distance relationship. That part was expected because I knew from the moment I met him that his time in Toronto was always going to be temporary. It wasn't his end goal to be here. So I've always known, whether we were friends or together, that he would eventually be moving away. And that time came not long after I got back to Toronto and we had, you know, stopped being friends. So he now no longer lives in Toronto and we are in a long distance relationship. And I never thought that I would really be in a long distance relationship. I was in one once when I was like 20, but, you know, I don't really remember it. I can't tell you much about it. And, you know, 20-year-old me is very different to near 33-year-old me. I am 33 in like a week and a half, which is wild. But yeah, we're here, and I think when it's the right person and the right circumstances and it just makes sense and it just feels right, you go for it. So I'm in a long distance relationship. Hopefully not for too long, because eventually I would like to be where he is. But yeah, it's interesting. It's actually been really nice too. I think this is a really nice transitional period for me because I love being alone. I love having my independence and spending time alone. And I think the long distance has actually made it much easier for me to adjust to having him in my life. We talk every single day, and I have him there and he supports me, but I still have my space and I still have my independence, which I think is just perfect right now. Like, I actually am thriving and I feel like this is just the right way to go right now. So never thought I'd ever say that about a long distance relationship, but it's just working and it just makes sense right now. So that's kind of the second update. The third update, which is probably the most asked question, is where am I traveling next? Where am I going? Am I gonna stay in Toronto? Like, what's next? So I am not moving to Toronto. I will be moving to where he is. And I don't know why I don't want to reveal that just yet. I will with time, but just let me have this one thing. I'm just going to sit on this for a little bit longer. Feel free to guess and debate in the comments about where I'm going to be moving, but I'm just going to sit on it for a minute, okay? Just let me have one little thing to myself. I will let you know eventually, and I don't know why. Don't ask me why I don't want to say it right now. I don't know, okay? I don't have an answer for that, but we're just gonna go with it. But that's the new plan. I'm gonna be moving to where he is, and it's funny because I feel like for a while there, I was very like, I would never move for a man. Absolutely not, that's insane. But again, when you're in it and it's the right person and the right circumstances, you just go for it. And I think my circumstances make this really easy because I do have a job where I can work anywhere, and I actually don't live anywhere right now. I don't have a home. I'm not uprooting my life for this. You know, I'm this insane person that moves for fun, and I move so often and all the time. That really grinds a lot of people's gears as well. I don't know why my life choices upset some people, but it does. I like moving because to me, I'm like, such a big world, such little time, and when you live in a city, you really get a vibe for it as opposed to just like vacationing there. So I like moving. I like trying new cities and different places and meeting different people. I love that. And because it's like a hobby to me, moving, I think, to a new city where he is isn't really that, you know, wildly out there for me. It seems pretty on brand, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with that. You know, God forbid anything happens and it doesn't work out, you know, I will just go on a new path in life and I will adjust and, you know, move on accordingly. But I think it would be very, very different if you had like a solid home and you were really, really uprooting your life for someone. But I think for me, I'm sort of almost in the perfect position to be in a long distance relationship and to be moving, you know, where someone else is. So yeah, that's kind of that update. You know, I've got to say, one of the most frustrating things as a single person is to hear, oh, it'll happen when you least expect it. Like, can we please stop saying that to single people? Because it's infuriating. But what's even more frustrating and more infuriating is when it actually turns out to be true. Like, how dare you? How dare you be right? Because this is just not what I expected. It has just kind of come out of nowhere. But I think the other thing that's making this so easy is because we already have a relationship. We've already known each other for, you know, quite a while now, and I think we got to know each other in a more relaxed capacity. And now, you know, that I'm in this, the foundation of friendship is just the best. So it's not like we're just strangers and we're, you know, wildly jumping into this thing. There's just a little bit of history there. You know, I already know him and it's making things very comfortable, very easy. It feels like we've known each other forever. It feels like we've been doing this forever. I didn't know how to adjust to this online because it's just like, oh, 1 minute I'm going down this path and then the next I'm over here. And I guess this is just how life works. Like sometimes it just totally changes everything. And the next thing you know, you're like, how did I get here? And like, what is happening? Those are the 3 main updates that I have. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but if you have any questions and you want to know more about any of these things, because yeah, I'm in a long distance relationship and I don't know how this happened, but it happened and it's great. And this is like, it is actually happening exactly how I was hoping everything would happen with someone. It is so easy, it is so comfortable, he holds all these characteristics that I'm looking for in someone. The dynamic is just, it's just so fitting what I was hoping for, and it's just so nice, and I feel very lucky and blessed that it's all just like falling into place this way. So that's kind of the update. I am gonna drink my coffee and I'm gonna run some errands today. Actually, you know what we need to do? I need to go and return that camera. I have watched a few people who use that camera on YouTube and it sold me. I've got to go and get it fixed. And if it's not getting fixed, I'm gonna buy a new camera because I hate this one that I'm filming on. It's been almost 2 years. It's had its time. I want the Canon M6 because it is just the best camera, I think, or the M5, no, M6, whatever one it is. So I'm gonna do that today, run a bunch of other errands, like I gotta do some clothes washing, we're gonna get some groceries, just all that, you know, regular day-to-day life stuff. But yeah, if you have any questions, more so on what I just talked about, let me know. I'm gonna drink my coffee and we're gonna get on with it. I'm doing my outfit in this little mirror today because it is way too sunny over in the corner of the room over there where the other mirror is, and this camera is terrible. I'm probably gonna keep complaining about it, and to stop me from complaining about it, I should just ensure that I can either get this camera fixed or buy a new one. But this is today's outfit. I'm loving my Sloan pants. They're creased from me sitting down, but I think they have 20% off at the moment, and I kind of want to buy the black ones. And they even have a really beautiful like forest green right now. I have my Steve Madden sandals. I also think these are on sale as well. They also come in a white. And then this top is from Forever 21. I sized up and I got a large in it. I'm usually a small, and I got a large because it just fit a lot better around this part here, and I really like it. I don't normally go for like too quite boxy items. I feel like I usually go for a much more fitted top if my pants are a little bit looser and flowy. And for jewelry, I have my Mejuri necklace, Mejuri earring, Amazon earring, Sally's Beauty earring, my watch, and then a mix of rings and stuff. I'll have it all linked down below. And then of course my Longchamp black tote bag that I love taking everywhere with me. I'm gonna go grab this camera and we're gonna go and finally fix it. I'm very excited about this. I didn't think I'd actually ever want to get up and go and do this task, but I'm very happy about it. I was just on my way to, go to the camera store, and then I realized I have a call at midday, and if I leave now, I'm totally gonna miss that call. So I'm just gonna go and get groceries now, tick that off the list, and then go to the camera store this afternoon. Home. I was out and I was about to cross the road, and I just thought to myself, I'm like, what time is it? And then I realized it's not too far off midday and I have to be home for a call. So I figured I might as well go and get some groceries now and tick that off the to-do list. And I don't even know if I got everything that I needed because I really didn't think about it, but I have enough to get me by. I have dinner and I guess some breakfast, because I realized I actually haven't really eaten this morning. I had leftover butter chicken from last night and it was not a lot. So I am going to make myself a proper breakfast and put away my groceries. And then if I remember anything else that I want to get, I can get on the way home after I deal with the camera stuff. I guess this is my mini grocery haul. I have some cans of Coke Zero. I have 2 avocados that are basically ripe. I'm gonna use one now, and then I'm gonna put the other one in the fridge to try and slow it down a little and let it last longer. I have 4 tomatoes. I have some dill. I also have some spring onions, and I could smell them. I miss spring onions. I have not bought them in so long, and they were like a regular thing I would always buy every grocery shop. I have 3 potatoes, some cream cheese, because I'm just about out, some English muffins, and then I also grabbed this chicken. It's on sale because it expires, I think, in like 2 days, but I am just gonna cook it all tonight, and then that way I have it in the fridge for lunch, dinner, whatever. We have breakfast slash lunch. I have some scrambled eggs and then an English muffin with avocado, tomato, spring onions on the whole thing, salt, pepper, and everything but the bagel seasoning. I do know one of the questions I get a lot is more about my food and like cooking, and so here's my, I don't know, simple yet effective breakfast slash lunch. I've done my call. I'm now finally going to head out and go and do this camera. I'm really, really excited about it. I don't know why I wasn't excited last week, but this week I am. So I'm gonna pop my rings on, grab my bag, and I guess head out to the camera store. Just got home and I have a new camera. Wait, this is the front here. A little unexpected, kind of. So I took the broken camera in. The guys there played around with it and it's beyond repair. I thought maybe I could just buy a new body and put the lens onto like the new body, but turns out the lens was absolutely destroyed as well. And that's part of the M series, that camera, and they're discontinuing. Well, Canon hasn't officially discontinued it, but I think they're going to. And they're sort of replacing it with the R series. So the sales guy was super helpful. We played around with a bunch of cameras. We did a bunch of measuring, like weight and everything. It's been a long time since I've bought like a Canon camera, and it's amazing how much they've changed in the last, like, I want to say 3 years, 2 years, whatever. But I ended up getting the R50 and I'm really excited about it. The battery doesn't have any charge though. I opened it in the store with him because he didn't have a demo model, which is why we spent such a long time measuring things out and comparing it to the cameras that he had demos of. But it's small. I mean, it's bigger than the camera I'm shooting on, but it's still much smaller than like a proper big SLR. It's got a flip out to the side screen and it's got a space up here for a microphone. And it's so cute and I'm really, really excited to play with it, but I've got to put the battery on charge. Once I have charged this up, I am going to test it out. I'm going to literally die if it turns out that the quality of this camera is no better than what I'm currently filming on. Like, I'll be like, what did I just do? No, seriously though, I think because this is a mirrorless SLR, it has the detachable lenses. Like the one I'm shooting on is a point and shoot, right? Like it's tiny. This is big, so this might be just a perfect combination for, you know, shooting video for my videos, but also I kind of want to get back into taking some photos. I think this might be really, really good to be like the best of both worlds, really. So I'm very excited about it. I've moved into the R series from Canon, and let's just hope that this actually turns out to be better quality than what I'm filming on. I'm gonna go and plug this battery in. I am starving, but it's now like 4:30. It is way too late for me to have lunch and it's kind of too early to have dinner, but I'm starving and I'm not sure if I should just jump straight into dinner and make like a big dinner or if I should like make something smaller. I think I have some frozen stuff. I have some pierogies and I think I also, no, I don't. I thought I had a little frozen butter chicken meal, but I didn't. I liked, oh no, I do, it's down here. I have a frozen butter chicken meal. I'm just worried that if I eat this now, I'm not gonna be hungry later for my proper dinner. I like to have frozen stuff in the freezer just for when you're feeling lazy and you can't be bothered to cook or anything like that. Like this stuff doesn't really have much nutrition, right? But it's so easy when you have frozen stuff. I am thinking, you know what, I might even just make another avocado and tomato English muffin because that's easy. At least with that, I'd have to wait because I don't have a microwave. I don't know. Do you know what else has no nutritional value? This stuff. This is Pop Time Creations. Everything bagel and cream cheese flavor. Really, really delicious. Really weird that it's almost like a fluoro yellow. I don't think you can tell. The seasoning looks like fluoro and it seems very odd, but really delicious. I got these yesterday from HomeSense, actually. Yeah, so I'm gonna snack on some of this popcorn and figure out what to do food-wise. I did something a little insane. I made mashed potatoes. These are those mashed potatoes I got from Target when I was in Buffalo with Liz. I completely forgot about them and this is the first time I've made them. You literally put 2 cups of boiling water with the packet, mix it together, and you magically have mashed potatoes. I just tried them. They're amazing. So I'm gonna eat some mashed potatoes as a snack and then save the rest for lunch tomorrow or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is as good as it's getting right now. It was too easy. Okay, battery is charged. I'm not gonna lie. I have been on the phone for almost 2 hours. I am standing in the brightest part of the studio. It's kind of getting not dark yet. It's still very bright out there. It's just because the sun's way over the other side of the building. It's sort of a bit more dull over here, but I'm standing in the very corner. It's actually so bright I kind of can't keep my eyes open. I don't know, I can't tell from here. I'm hoping that it's actually looking really, really good and much better than the other camera, but honestly, who knows? I just have to play around with it for a little bit. I also popped on some gym leggings before because I just want to get comfy. I want to test out the lighting in this mirror and see if it fluctuates like the other camera. I have this just on the basic filming settings right now. I'm also not sure about, you know, the stabilization in the lens either, but I am very, very curious to see how this is going to look when I put it into my computer. For the moment, I am going to actually make myself some food and then wind down for the evening. I don't have time to go and do clothes washing. There's no washing machine here. I need to go to a laundromat and it's just far too much effort for today. So I'm gonna leave that for the weekend. But I'm gonna make some food because I'm hungry and it's getting into the evening. So let's wind down for the day. I have made this recipe before. I think the last time I may have shared it would have been sometime near the end of last year. This is a HelloFresh recipe called Dilly Chicken. And for vegetables, I have potatoes. I also have some broccoli. It calls for green beans, but I have frozen broccoli. I have my dill. I have the chicken, which I'm going to crumb using the mayonnaise and the dill. And then the sauce is the mayonnaise, the mustard, the lemon, and the dill as well. Super simple. It's my favorite thing to make. I make it basically every week, only because it's one of the few things that I can remember off the top of my head. This is not how I normally crumb my chicken. I felt like this was a really weird way. What I've actually been doing is normally I lay the chicken out on the board and then I cover it in the mayonnaise and the dill and then I put the breadcrumbs on it. But I thought that was too weird, so that I ended up kind of doing it this way in this weird bowl. And you know what? I think all round it's just turned out weird. But look, chicken is crumbed, sauce is made for the vegetables. I'm gonna get the frying pan ready. I think I now need to put the broccoli into the boiling water. I'm all done. My vegetables look terrible. I cooked them for too long, so they're nice and mushy now, but they've got the sauce on them. I've got a little bit of salt and pepper, and I picked the 2 smallest chicken pieces. Whether I eat it all or not, I don't know. I probably will. I am starving. I also have my little Coke Zero, and I am also watching Gilmore Girls. I started it again. It's a very cozy show, and I feel like it's a very autumn thing, but I don't care that it's the middle of August. Actually, it's the beginning of August. I don't care. I'm gonna start watching it now, and then by the time it gets cooler, I will be well and truly into the best part of it. It's much later. It is now getting very dark. I tried so hard to answer those questions. My brain is not working. I think I'm gonna have to sit on this for a bit, think about some answers and come back to it in maybe the next couple of videos, along with any extra questions that you have from today's information dump that I did this morning. I need to chill. I actually have a Bounty chocolate. I think I might make a cup of tea. I'm gonna sit here and paint. And I also have a new candle. I got this yesterday from Home Sense. This is Rose and Peony. It's called the West Coast Candle Collection, and it smells amazing. There was actually another brand that had a peony and rose, and I really think that's gonna be one of my new favorite scents. I'm not ready for the pumpkin spice. They have pumpkins everywhere in Home Sense. I am not ready for it, but this one, this is nice. And I realized, you know, I was missing my paint by numbers, and I then realized I was missing a candle, and I just need these little things in my life to make everything better, you know? So I got my candle, I got my painting, I have chocolate, I am gonna go make a cup of tea, and I'm gonna chill out.